The next few days passed slowly, and Cleo mourned her best friend. She stayed locked in her room, and even after telling her father, "Grandma has a point," he said. Nougat was gone. After winter break, the days and weeks soon passed quickly. Opal's death anniversary was coming up. Cleo visited her grave daily. Talking to her, she seemed to be the only one who remembered her. Cleo was finding peace at her mother's grave. It lessened the pain she had in her heart. Walking home, Cleo thought she didn't want to go to prom or graduation since her mother wouldn't be around. She walked home thinking of Opal, but what she hadn't expected was to walk into something that would change her life forever. Cleo couldn't believe her father was engaged to Corey. A full year had not passed since Opal died. Lee brought out champagne. Cheering to the engagement, Connor and Rose drank in glee. Happy chatter filled the room as Lee explained he'd be moving in with his new fiancée, and the house would be given to Rose. Connor was excited about his room upgrade too. The master as Rose gushed over wedding cakes. Cleo felt something snap. Her anger, which she had pent up for years, had started to boil over. Cleo lashed out at Lee and Rose. Upset about how she felt excluded, Lee shut her down, and Rose joined in. Their voices overpowered Cleo's. She stormed upstairs to calm herself down. She couldn't believe she did that. She had spoken up. It felt good. She felt heard, even if it was for a minute. A week passed, and Lee had packed up and left. Cleo remembered how he never looked back when he left. Didn't even acknowledge her presence, only saying goodbye to Rose, Connor, and Lily. Connor had moved into the master room with Lily, and Rose moved into his old room. Most nights, Cleo ate dinner alone, looking at the empty chairs. She remembered the last dinner she had spent with her mom, Opal. Tomorrow will be a year since her accident. Cleo would go after school to her mother's grave daily, to Cleo, and talk with her. Cleo stayed until it was dark, talking with her mother. She missed making flower arrangements with her, a skill she learned to do to please Rose. Their late-night baking and the talks the two would have. Cleo asked her mother to give her some kind of sign, something that would show her that she was still there, and that everything was going to be okay. She wished her mother had never left the house that night. She wished her mother was still alive, and that she was here with her. The next day, Cleo ate her breakfast as Rose went upstairs to grab things for Connor and Lily. Lily was having her baby today. Cleo waited at home for news. Rose had been running in and out of the house all morning. As she came downstairs, she stopped and spoke with Cleo. She smiled sweetly, saying, "Now that your father is with a traditional woman and your brother has his heir, there is no space for someone like you here. By the time we get back, I don't want to see you here." Cleo didn't hold back. She brought up years of mistreatment by Rose, how she never gave her anything on her birthday, or how she always seemed to loathe being in the same room as her since she could remember. Cleo let it all out at once. Cleo was stunned. She felt her cheek stinging as Rose looked at her with disdain. Rose told her to get out of her sight. Cleo never expected Rose to put a hand on her, but that was the last straw. She was right. She was going to be 18 soon, and they were already erasing Cleo her. Knew she needed to be quick. She used her phone. She found a motel near her school where she could stay for a month. She grabbed her clothes and was grateful that she had already taken her important things and hid them in her locker. Cleo headed towards the train station. The same train she took every day to and from school, but now it was taking her away and never bringing her back. The first month in the motel near her school was, well, peaceful. Although she had to use the smelly laundromat to wash her clothes, she found living in the motel nice. She would go to the pier and have ice cream on the weekends. She called her father once, but he ignored her call. She wondered what Rose had told him. She was happy she had some money in her savings, but it wasn't going to last long. School would end, and soon she'll have to figure something out. As she sat at the pier, someone came up behind her. "Haven, She hadn't been back since summer. She had gone to spend her senior year with her father's family, but she didn't look happy to see her best friend. Haven was upset that she had to hear from whispers at school that Cleo had been kicked out of her home. She asked why Cleo hadn't reached out. Cleo apologized to Haven and explained everything, from Lily moving in, Nougat's death, Lee's engagement, and the slap. Haven wanted to attack Rose. Cleo told her she was happier here than she was at the house. Haven let out a sigh. She wished Cleo hadn't kept this to herself. They are best friends, and she would always be there for her. Haven expressed that maybe this was fate while she was in Windenburg. Her father offered to pay for her classes at a fashion school in San Michel. She could move into her half-sister's apartment. She was traveling for work and was happy to offer her place up. Haven said there were 2 rooms and she could move in. Cleo smiled. This was what she wanted, a sign from her mother. A fresh start in a new city. Cleo was nervous, but was happy she would have her best friend by her side for the adventure the two would embark on.